Israel says it's preparing for a possible ground invasion of Lebanon. Troops have been repositioned to the Israel-Lebanon border. As fears grow, the conflict is on the brink of a major escalation. The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Washington is working on paving a path to greater peace and stability.
The best answer is diplomacy, and our coordinated efforts are vital to preventing further escalation and to paving the path to greater peace and stability. With regard to Lebanon, we've been working tirelessly with partners to avoid a full-blown war and to move to a diplomatic process that would allow Israelis and Lebanese alike to go back to their homes.
The United Nations believes more than 90,000 people are now displaced in Lebanon as many residents flee towards the country's south. Alistair Bunkle reports from Jerusalem.
Israel has been preparing for a potential ground invasion of Lebanon for many months. They've been holding drills in the north of the country. I've witnessed them myself, for the possibility that a ground invasion of Lebanon would become a reality at some point. And clearly that reality is maybe getting closer. And the soldiers are on high alert and they are ready for whatever orders they might be given by the Israeli government and higher command. The airstrikes that we've seen taking place over recent days are for two reasons. Firstly, to degrade Hamas significantly, take out its command structure, remove a lot of its weapons that they could use to fire into Israel. But secondly, as any military would do, to soften up the enemy if a ground invasion is needed. And it still is an if. I've spoken to Israeli military sources within the last hour or so. The advice they're giving to me is that a ground invasion is coming closer, but they don't necessarily believe that it is imminent. Yeah, on the one hand, Benjamin Netanyahu wants to keep Hezbollah guessing. On the other hand, they are trying to make Hezbollah believe that a ground invasion is coming if Hezbollah do not rein it in. I'm told by sources within the Israeli military that that possibility is getting closer. They don't believe that it is imminent, and as I was saying, though imminent does not necessarily mean days and weeks. I think at the moment, such as things are, imminent could be talking about hours. The situation is very fluid indeed. To give you one example of that, Benjamin Netanyahu is due to speak at the United Nations in New York, we think tomorrow, but when I was speaking to someone within his office, they said that the plans for him to go to New York are changing pretty much hour by hour as the situation here develops. You know, it's hard to predict exactly what is going to happen tonight or tomorrow and whether a ground invasion might happen. I do think that the Israelis, if they feel that Hezbollah are not backing off and if they've run out of other areas to escalate, will consider a ground invasion very strongly, and that could well be an option. I don't think that Halevi's speech to the Israeli forces this afternoon was necessarily an eve of war speech.